Hi, I'm Ryan Havlitz from MHS-TV News, and we're reporting about how the clocks don't match up.
There are clocks in all the classrooms, all the learning areas, computer labs. Some of the difficulties are that they may have a time that's a little bit off. All the students are walking around with handheld devices that may have a little bit more accurate timekeeping mechanism, which leads to some discrepancies with time, if you will. We do run on a bell schedule, so we use the bells to move from one place to another. But I think the more pressing issue is why are the school clocks maybe a little bit slow? And I think that's to help the students get here on time, to give you a little more time in the morning to prepare and to get in the building and where you need to be.
We do have an issue with clocks. Many of them have their own time. Some of them are tied in electronically to the bell clock. Some of them are operated by batteries. So when the batteries start to wear down, time sort of changes as you travel through the building.
Well, many of you have noticed that in difference to your phones, the clocks have a 2-minute difference.
My opinion is that it's kind of annoying because you never can tell what the time is.
I do believe that the school clocks might be set a little bit slower than maybe the outside world, outside of Melrose High School.
They're definitely not, they don't all match, and they're definitely off from real world time. They're a couple minutes behind.
The clocks are off time by 2 minutes, I've been told.
Oh, the clocks are definitely off time. I was talking to my friend once. I checked my phone, and I tell him, according to my phone, class should have been over like 5 minutes ago. So.
I don't believe there is any scheme to keep kids in school longer, although research shows that it may help in the long run. If we kept the schools open a little bit longer, there could be some more learning going on. But I do believe that it's an opportunity to allow students to get here on time and start class on time, and therefore the school clock. And that's rumored. That's been the rumor around here for a long time. So I don't have the actual facts as to why those school clocks are a little bit slower.
Spoken like a true student. It's actually not really a scheme. We adjust it a couple of times a year, and somehow it slows down despite that. But it actually seems to me it would be a scheme on the part of students to have to come into school later, since the start time is also a couple minutes behind real world time.
Well, I've heard that it's so you have more time to get to school, so you're not late.
I highly doubt it's to make kids stay in school longer. I just think everyone's lazy.
It could be slightly annoying, but again, most people are carrying a device, whether it be a phone or an iPod or something, that they can check the accurate time and see what's going on outside around them. And, we do move on the bells, as I said earlier, and you have a good idea of about what time it is.
Yeah, I'm not a big clock watcher, but I know my students tend to watch the clock a lot. I probably find that more annoying than the clocks being off. But it's frustrating to go from one place and think you're running on time and then get where you're supposed to go and find out you were supposed to be there 2 minutes ago. Or the other way, think that you're heading somewhere and rush there and then find out that you actually have 2 or 3 minutes left.
I really don't find it that annoying that I can't tell the exact time. I don't use the exact time at all. I just need to know when the next class is.
I really don't care whether or not I can tell the exact time. Well, the exact time at least. I just, about.
I don't think it's a major problem in the school. I think it can be an inconvenience to people if they had an appointment after school, whereas the school bell might be a little bit later and they might have a doctor's appointment or might have to be somewhere at a period of time, and they lose a few minutes after school trying to catch up. I don't think it's a big problem because it is a school and it's a contained place, and the students are here for the duration, and we all move together when those bells ring.
We can only hope. We do actually update the clocks periodically, usually over the breaks to try and get them back in keeping with real world time. But no matter how many times we've done that in the last 15 years, They always seem to slow themselves back down, so I don't really see a fix in the near future. The good news is that the official bell clock does seem to keep pretty accurate time, even if it doesn't match the exact clock in the outside world.
I don't think that this is a major problem, so I don't really think it needs to be fixed. Or will be.
Good dramatic pause.
Or will it?
It's not too big a problem, so I don't think it'll be fixed anytime soon. Maybe in the very far future, but not in the near future. Definitely not.
With the exception, at the end of the day, does it really matter what time it is? Back to you,